and welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 25th and 26th of December 2022. Let's start with our session. Which union ministry launched the country's first ever surety bond insurance product? So Union Road Transport and the Highways Ministry, the minister of which is Mr. Nitin Gadkari, recently launched the country's first ever surety bond insurance product. Okay, so unlike a bank guarantee, the surety bond insurance does not require the large collateral from the contractor, which basically results in freeing up the funds for the contractor, which they can utilize for the growth of their business, right? So this is Union Road Transport and Highways Ministry. Now apart from it, the COP 15 to the Convention on Biological Diversity adopted the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Okay, and this framework has 23 targets that the world needs to achieve by the year 2030. Okay, so in 2020, the world had failed to meet the last set of targets, which are known as Aichi targets. And COP15 had the representatives of 188 governments on site, and they have agreed on this framework. So you can be asked that the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework has 23 targets that the world needs to achieve by which year? So answer would be by 2030. Okay. Next question says, which country has partnered with the PTC India for supply of the power from Indian power market? So the country Bhutan, through Druk Green Power Corporation, has entered into an agreement with the PTC India for purchase of power from the Indian power market so that they can meet their power requirement during the dry winter season. Okay, and with all approvals, Bhutan will now start procuring up to 600 megawatt of power through PTC from the Indian power market. Fine. So here correct answer would be Bhutan. Now apart from it, recently India has launched a group of friends to promote accountability for the crimes against the peacekeepers during its current presidency of United Nations Security Council. So our External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar announced that New Delhi will soon have a database that will record all the crimes against the peacekeepers, and the countries like India, Bangladesh, Egypt, France, Morocco and Nepal are the co-chairs of this particular group. So India, which is among the largest troop contributing countries to United Nations peacekeeping, has lost 177 of its peacekeepers in the line of duty. So that's why India has taken this particular initiative. So you can be asked that which country has launched the group of friends to promote accountability for the crimes against the peacekeepers. So correct answer would be India. Next is, who is the chair of the Parliamentary Committee Report which laid the report COVID-19 Pandemic, Global Response, India's Contributions and the Way Forward? So the Parliamentary Committee led by MP P.P. Chaudhary led a report recently titled as COVID-19 Pandemic, Global Response, India's Contributions and the Way Forward in Lok Sabha. And this committee recommended that the government should come out with a ready-to-act plan so as to rule out any shortage of medicines or equipment during another national health emergency. And also this committee has expressed the concern over ineffectiveness of implementing the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme among the migrant workers. Fine. So only thing here relevant is who is the head of this particular committee. Answer would be Mr. P.P. Chaudhary. Next is, which sailboat from India is participating in the 50th edition of Cape to Rio Race 2023? This is very important question. So Indian Navy's sailboat INSV Tarini has started its expedition to Cape Town in South Africa for participating in the 50th edition of Cape to Rio Race 2023. And this ocean sailing race will be flagged off from Cape Town and it will commence at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. So it is one of the most prestigious transatlantic ocean races, and this expedition is being undertaken by an Indian Navy crew of total 5 officers including 2 women officers. Okay, so this is INSV Tarini. Now yesterday we have talked about INS Vagir, if you remember. So the 5th Scorpion class submarine INS Vagir of Project 75 has recently been delivered to Indian Navy, right? And in this project 6 Scorpion class submarines were to be delivered to the Indian Navy. And what were the names of these 6 submarines? So yesterday we have talked about it. First is Kalvari, second is Khanderi, then third is Karanch, and the 4th is Vela, and 5th is Vakir, and the last is Vagsheet, right? So this is the 5th in this series of Project 75. Next is, which institution launched the ATL Marathon 2022-23 Innovation Challenge? So Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog called for ATL Marathon, and it is a kind of innovation challenge under Atal Innovation Mission's Atal Tinkering Labs program. Okay, and the theme for this edition of ATL Marathon is India's G20 presidency. So it is a national level innovation challenge for the young innovators across India who can solve the community problems and develop innovative solutions. So the top teams will get an internship opportunity through the Student Innovator Program. Okay, so this is an initiative of Niti Aayog. Also you have to remember what is the theme for this year's edition, India's G20 presidency. Now apart from it, there is one more institution that is in news these days. It is International Energy Agency. Okay, and why? Because recently it has released a report titled as Coal 2022 Analysis and Forecast to 2025. Fine. So as per the report, the global coal demand is set to increase to an all-time high in 2022, which is mainly driven by coal power growth in India, right? Which is mainly driven by the coal power growth in India, the European Union, and to a smaller extent to the country China. So the largest increases in coal burn are forecast for the country China, India, and Southeast Asia. And the global coal use is set to rise by 1.2% in 2022, and with this we would surpass 1 billion tons in a single year for the first time. Okay, so data is not at all important. Only thing here relevant is which institution has released the report titled as Coal 2022 Analysis and the Forecast to 2025. So answer would be International Energy Agency. Next is, the National Test House is to set up the EV battery testing facilities in which particular cities? So National Test House is to set up the EV battery testing facilities in Mumbai and in Kolkata, and a transformer testing facility at Jaipur. Okay, and the new initiatives include fully digital laboratory management information system for the consumers, quality testing of the fertilizers, then microbiology lab for testing the drinking water at Guwahati. Fine. So two things are important. First of all, the National Test House is going to set up the EV battery testing facilities in Mumbai and Kolkata cities. Also, they would set up a transformer testing facility at Jaipur. Fine. Next is, which state has announced 12 LPG cylinders a year for 500 rupees each to the poor families? So, Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Mr. Ashok Gehlot, announced that from 1st of April 2023, poor families who are covered under the Ujjwala scheme will be given the 12 LPG cylinders per year for 500 rupees each. Okay, and he made the announcement at an event for the Congress Bharat Jodo Yatra event, and under the Ujjwala scheme, the people are provided with LPG connections but not cylinders till now. And the current price for LPG cylinders of 14.2 kg is around 1057 rupees, right? So here, this is the initiative of Rajasthan state government. Next is, as per the Speedtest Global Index, which country had the highest media mobile download speed in the month of November? So the Speedtest Global Index for November has been released by the network intelligence company Ookla. Okay, and in the month of November, India jumped 40 ranks to now 71st spot globally in terms of the mean download speed to 50.26 megabits per second. Okay, and it is nearly double of 27.13 Mbps in the month of October. And also you have to remember that Qatar had the highest media mobile download speed, and the country Chile meanwhile had the highest fixed broadband download speed. Fine. So this is the country Qatar, and also what was the rank of India in this? So answer would be 71st. Next is, which company announced to acquire the Kerala-based Nirapara brand? So Wipro Consumer Care and Lighting has signed an agreement to acquire this Kerala-based Nirapara brand, which has a significant share in the spice mixes and in the rice powder. Okay, and Nirapara reported around 100 crore rupees in revenue in financial year 2022, and this acquisition will help actually to the Wipro Consumer Care so that they can enter into the packaged snacks, spices and ready to cook food segments. Okay, so this is Wipro Consumer Care. Next is, which country launched a biometric service in its airport under which no passport or ticket will be required? So UAE has launched a biometric service at the Abu Dhabi airport under which no passport or ticket will be required, and a passenger's face will be his boarding pass. Okay, and this face recognition services will be implemented at the self-service baggage touchpoints, e-migration, e-gates and the boarding gates. So this advanced AI technology is designed by Abu Dhabi based tech company Next 50. Fine. So recently UAE has launched this particular biometric service in its airport. Next is, which footballer created a record as the professional football player with the most appearances in the FIFA World Cup? This is an important question. So Lionel Messi from the country Argentina creates a record as the professional football player with the most appearances in the FIFA World Cup, and he has appeared in total 26 matches across all the FIFA Men's World Cups since 1930. Then Miroslav Klose appeared in 24 matches, further followed by Paolo Maldini and Cristiano Ronaldo. And earlier Lionel Messi held the record for being the youngest player to score and assist in the same game in the tournament, right? So here correct answer would be Lionel Messi. And also yesterday we have studied that Lionel Messi has been awarded with Golden Ball Award for being the best player at the FIFA World Cup 2022, right? Then there is Kylian Mbappe. He has been awarded with the Golden Boot Award. And there is Emiliano Martinez, and he has been awarded with the Golden Glove Award, right? And in the FIFA World Cup 2022, Argentina has won it by defeating the country France. Next is Sasikumar Mukund, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So recently he has beaten Sedina Andre, who's from the country Senegal, in the semi-finals of $15,000 ITF men's tennis tournament in Egypt. Okay, and in the final match, Martin Pavelski of Poland has beaten Sasikumar Mukund to clinch this $15,000 ITF men's tennis tournament. Okay, and it was the maiden professional title for Martin Pavelski. So correct answer would be tennis. He is related to tennis. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now we'll come to our revision section. Which three categories we are covering today? First of all, we'll see important sports related current affairs. Then at second, we'll talk about important schemes. And at last, we'll see few organizations that were in news. Okay. Let's start with the sports related current affairs. Who has been announced as winner of the 2022 Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award? So this award has been presented to Kasper Ruud, who's from the country Norway. Okay, and currently he is world number 3 in 2022. Also, he is related to tennis. Manu Bhaker, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So Manu Bhaker is related to shooting. And why she is in news? Because recently she has topped in ISSF World Championship that was held in Lima in the country of Peru. Anish Thapani, who was seen in the news recently, plays which sport? So he is related to badminton, and he was in news because recently he has clinched the silver medal in the under 15 category of Badminton Asia Junior Championship, the venue of which was the country Thailand. What is the rank of India in the Arton Capital Passport Index 2022? We have been ranked at 87th position in this index, and the first country was UAE. And the countries with weakest passports are Afghanistan, Syria, then Iraq, then Pakistan. Fine. And yesterday we have seen that Arton Capital Passport Index has told that Kerala state has topped in the country in terms of citizens with passport, right? Aditya Mittal, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So he is related to chess, and recently Aditya Mittal became India's 77th Grandmaster. You have to mention in the comments Aditya Mittal is associated with which state. Manisha Ramadas, who was seen in the news recently, plays which sport? She is related to badminton, and recently she has been named as BWF Female Para Badminton Player of the Year. Okay, and if we talk about the Para Badminton Player of the Year for the male category, so this was Daiki Kajiwara. Okay, Sukant Kadam, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? Again, he is related to badminton, and recently he has won the gold at Peru Para Badminton International that was held in Lima. Okay, and he has defeated Chi Yong Ang, who is from Singapore. Unnati Huda, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? Unnati Huda is associated with badminton once again, and she has won the silver medal in under 17 category in the Asia Junior Badminton Championship. Vijay Hazare Trophy is related to which sport? So Vijay Hazare Trophy is given in cricket sport basically, and talking about Vijay Hazare Trophy, the Saurashtra team has defeated the Maharashtra team to win this trophy. Okay, and this was the Saurashtra's second Vijay Hazare Trophy. Fine. Let's talk about important schemes. Swadesh Darshan scheme is implemented by which union ministry? So this is a scheme from Ministry of Tourism, and recently the Tourism Ministry dedicated 4 projects under Swadesh Darshan scheme from Puducherry. Okay. Which state launched the Sanitation Workers Development Scheme? So this is a scheme from the state of Tamil Nadu for the welfare of sanitation workers. Which two countries have been studying India's Ayushman Bharat Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana Health Assurance Scheme? Answer would be Sweden and Nepal. Okay. Which state launched the One District One Sport scheme? Answer is Uttar Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh has launched this particular scheme on the lines of One District One Product scheme. Mukhyamantri Digital Seva Yojana is an initiative of which scheme? This is a Yojana from Assam state. This is an scheme of Rajasthan state government. Which state launched a scheme to provide 10,000 rupees stipend per annum for the females who are pursuing the postgraduate program? So answer would be Assam state. Which state launched the Ganga water supply scheme? This is a scheme from Bihar state. India is set to unveil the Young Professionals scheme with which country? So India would unveil the Young Professional scheme in collaboration with the country UK. Okay. And at last we'll talk about important organizations that are in news. Which union ministry formed a committee to look into the demands of Eastern Nagaland People's Organization? This is Ministry of Home Affairs. Which organization ruled that the search engines must delete the search results about the people if they can prove that the information is clearly wrong? This is European Court of Justice. Arun Kumar Singh, who is the former chairman of BPCL, has been appointed as the chairman and the MD of which particular organization? So now Arun Kumar Singh is the new chairman and MD of ONGC. Which country is the host of the Asia and the Pacific Regional Meeting of the International Labour Organization? So the host for this particular meeting is the country Singapore. Which organization revealed that over 100 million people were forcibly displaced in 2022? So this was a report from United Nations Development Programme. Which organization released the Goods Trade Barometer report? Answer would be World Trade Organization. The Indian Space Research Organization has collaborated with which country to explore the Venus and the dark side of the moon? So to explore the Venus and the dark side of the moon, ISRO has collaborated with the country Japan. Which state topped the Employee Provident Fund Organization coverage percent across the country? So this is New Delhi. Then New Delhi is further followed with Goa at second position, and the third was Haryana. Okay. And if we talk about the number of EPFO subscribers in a particular state, then the state that has topped is Maharashtra, second is Karnataka, and the third is Tamil Nadu. Fine. So these are the few important organizations that we have to remember and revise time to time. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sanam signing off.